All right, got everybody here. Hey y'all, it's Melon. I'm a 30-year-old on a recovery journey. I'm also a 35-week pregnant mommy to be. Okay, so we're gonna work on using my second raised bed here. We have a lot of different lettuce mixes, basil. I might end up keeping the basil in the pot, or maybe potentially moving one of my tomato plants out and then using that pot for this basil. We have a grapevine. Not sure if I want it to grow here or if I want it to grow up against one of my fences. Then we have a few more lettuce and herbs, and then an empty pot that we were using for potatoes, which I probably will still use for potatoes. All right, got everybody here. So I checked out the card on the boxes for gourmet salad mix, leaf lettuce combo, and it actually said no need to transplant, you can grow it right here in the container. However, I mean, it's definitely popping out of this container, so I'm a little conflicted on if I should give it some more space to grow or what. It's a pretty good little pot, but I think they would be happier if they had more space, don't you think? And then I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing for this basil, where it's going to say, hey, this pot is good enough, no need to transplant. So let's check it out. Yeah, grow in this container, no need to transplant. Proven to thrive in containers, but it does need full sun, so I guess I'll put it on the porch where it gets nice and sunny. And I'll connect with my husband and see what he thinks about if I should plant it here in this plot. Next I have my romaine lettuce. I don't actually know. It didn't come with a little card. Oh yeah, romaine lettuce. I need to follow up with water in these guys. We'll see how they grow tomorrow, if maybe they need another layer of dirt or fertilizer. These plants that are left growing were my strawberry plants, so they're not going to bloom here in the fall, but hopefully they'll live through the winter. This is another romaine lettuce. And then I have my grapevine. I'm still to be determined on if I'm going to grow it in something else. Let's go ahead and check out its little card here and see what it says to do. My goodness, these things are tough to get out. All right, let's see. Planting steps. Dig a hole the depth of this root ball and 2 times the width. Gently loosen the roots and plant to keep the crown just at soil level. Backfill with soil. Apply 2 inches of mulch evenly. Water deeply. Okay, so it definitely wants us to transplant this. So if I do that, I'll probably use that back corner over there. Maybe give it some kind of stick or something to grow on. And then if I decide to plant those other lettuces, I'll do it up here in this front corner. It does come with a stick, but I know I have more that it'll appreciate having when it grows bigger. There's spiders all over the place back here. If you watch my other videos, you know spiders I usually view as protectors and a fairly good omen, but I don't want them and all these beetles to be eating my plants, so I'm gonna spray some neem oil before I put my grapes down. All right, gonna make space for our grape plant. Again, it says dig a hole the depth of the root ball 2 times the width. We are gonna need to be able to loosen the roots to fill it with soil. Fortunately, my raised bed is only half full of dirt, So I pretty much am going to scrape down to the cardboard, which is what I use to cover up the ground, prevent weed growth. Ew, bugs everywhere. Going to loosen up my root ball a little bit. See if I can gently just plop it out of this container. Oh yeah, all right. All right. What do you think? I think it fits there pretty good. We've got room on either side. It's got space to climb the wall if it wants to. Now we just need to fill it with dirt. I'm going to use all the dirt that we have around it, and then I have these bags next to me that I can use to make sure it gets buried nice and deep. I don't have any mulch, but I do have homemade compost, so probably use some of that as well as some plant food that I've got, and then make sure I water it really good. Just gonna give it this card back so I have my instructions if I ever need them. Don't you love when you tell your husband to get you just one bag of dirt and he brings you two? Always sprinkling a little extra love to make sure I have what I need. He's the best. Ooh, this soil looks good. My other plants probably would appreciate it if they got some of that. Plenty of space to spread out and thrive. What do you think? Does it look good? Should I give the rest of my plants some of that good dirt? These guys are still looking good, although they probably would appreciate some water. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that too. Now for my oregano, it does say that it likes partial shade, only 3 to 6 hours of sun. So this spot in front of my house gets really sunny, really hot. I'm definitely going to make room for this on my porch. Hopefully in the herb box there can be some space made. I really don't think I have any space left in my herb box for this oregano. So I'm just gonna use this little guy right here and fill him up. Ooh, actually, what do you think about this guy? That'll be perfect, and then he can stay with his friends on the windowsill. Yeah, what do you think? What do we think? Is that a good spot for him? Oh my gosh, look, I just realized my poor tomato plant that I've been neglecting had tried to grow a tomato. Poor guy. Ah, there's another one. Work hard, little tomato plant. I'll bring you some water and trim some of your dead leaves probably tomorrow. You're looking good though. Keep thriving. I love you. We still have some flowers. I guess I gave up on them too soon. They're still growing strong. Probably tomorrow I'll come out with some extra dirt and water. This extra tomato I'll leave out as an offering for if any like wildlife wants to come grab him, squirrels or something like that. Or maybe I'll get lucky and it'll sun ripen, but probably not. Sun ripen, not ripen. Got it next to my tourmaline, which I use for protection. I've been letting gather up energy from the sun and the moon, and I'll probably place strategically around the house later. We have more tomatoes. Some of these are busted, but that's okay. I'll still eat them that way. They don't have to be perfect like they look in the store. Now sometimes when they get just about perfect, squirrels will come and pick them off the plant and eat them. This one I'm probably going to go ahead and pick and let sun ripen in the window for maybe a day. And a few more. Same with these two. This one's perfect. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow along with my journey. We'll see you tomorrow.